Check, check, check. Greetings, greetings. I hope you're doing great. Wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. A cold night in Georgia, as they always say. But I think I would say this time a cold night in North Dakota. I just dropped off a load in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm coming from up in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Very, very cold and icy. But I told myself I want to keep the live stream going. I want to be more consistent in bringing you guys content. Also, I spoke with one of our subscribers today. His name Arthur. I know he just finished phase 2 of his training, and he is moving on to down to East Dubuque to go pick up his truck. So a very interesting story. Hopefully, he will join us tonight to give us an update on how things is going with him. I know YouTube is sending out the notification. Also, if you are new to the channel, as always, feel free to click that subscribe button, the like, the interaction, all that good stuff. Thank you for joining me as always on the night train. Let me see if I can connect us with Arthur. Let's see what we got. And as always, I also like to drop. Let me drop the link for the live stream in chat. I also dropped the link for the live stream in chat. We're going to link up with Arthur tonight. He's going to tell us about his story. I know he just finished the phase 2 of the training here at Hirschbach. Hey, what's up, BJ Ack? Um, and it's always good to hear from the drivers whenever they're finished with training firsthand. The reason why I like to do that is I like to get the stories, I like to get the first-hand information from them right away. You know what I mean? I see Hirschbach is in the house. Raman, what's up? YouTube sending out those notifications. And how was your day today out there? The winter storm, I drove through it. It wasn't as crazy as I thought it would have been, especially where I was. But I must say, at times throughout the day, it was between minus 250 to minus 300 degrees. That's how it felt to me. I kid you not. I went outside. I had this sweater on. I have a shirt on, and then I have another sweater over my sweater. I have long johns on under my sweatpants. I was ready, and I was still freezing when I tried to fuel this morning. Right now, I'm in North Dakota, and I think it's like minus 5 or something like that. So cold temperatures. Got to top up on your diesel anti-gel. You know, an interesting story. The other night when I went to get my trailer looked at, right? The guy was telling me a story that one guy, when it was like minus 50 some time ago, put 9 bottles of diesel anti-gel into his fuel tanks. 9 bottles of diesel anti-gel into his fuel tanks. That's insane. Like, who even think of these things? Who even think of these things, you know? There's just, I mean, it's cold, but I gotta say it again just to hear myself saying it. 9 bottles of diesel anti-gel into his fuel tank. Of course, you're gonna have some stuff being messed up at that point. You know what I mean? It reminds me, I remember the story because this morning I was loading up on diesel anti-gel. When I went to the terminal in Hirschbach, they almost gave me a whole case, but I took about 9 bottles. I think 1 bottle each time you fuel should be good enough, especially if you run a full tank down to like, below half, somewhere down below between quarter tank. How was your day, everyone? Drop a comment in the chat. You know the interaction helps the channel as well. We are waiting for Arthur to join us. Um, I know he's just got done with training. Let's see if I can get him. Uh, Who is this I got here? Hold on.
I should have connected to my iPhone. Godfather Marlon.
Check, check, check. Who we got in the
Yo,
house?
yo,
What's going on, brother?
greetings.
How are you, man?
I try to find out why I not connect to my headphone them, but I don't know what going on with this.
Oh, well, I'm hearing you. You hearing me?
Now I hear about want to connect to them, yeah.
Okay. Check your Bluetooth. Check your Bluetooth. Arthur said he's trying to get in and he can't connect. Arthur, I'm gonna drop a link to the live stream in chat also. Um, Let me see here. Check, 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 check. I wonder what's going on. YouTube, come on, don't mess with me. Trying to go viral. Dwayne Burton, 13 below here at home. Are you? I think we. Are you in Nebraska or you're down in Kentucky? Arthur, feel free to click on the link. I just had a driver just try to connect. But we're 6 minutes in, so I know YouTube is sending out the notification, so that's good. Raman, I have to be in Lancaster, New York at 6 a.m. They are expecting 3 feet of snow, -15 wind chill, and I-90 is shutting down for semis at 4 a.m. I noticed they do that a lot out there in New York and Jersey. There will be like no semi trucks. I'm supposed to be in Wisconsin tomorrow, and they are saying up to 50 to 60 miles per hour wind, which is really, really crazy. I want to go home for home time for the Christmas. So I'm really hoping that things goes well. Let's see if we have Arthur before, and I'm gonna read some more comments. Let's see. Greetings.
Hey
I
man,
hope you're do. I hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are
Hey,
watching this video. How are
uh,
you?
I'm good. I'm good, except for this
How
cold.
is and how is the family?
Oh man, it's been great. Uh, I, I I can imagine that a few days ago, I'm really thinking that I can't make it through this Christmas with them, but here I am. Thanks to
Yeah, that's a part. That's the part of the job. I'm thinking now if I'm gonna make it home for Christmas
Mhm.
because I'm supposed to be in Wisconsin tomorrow. I'm
Oh
in North Dakota. I'm gonna shut it down here. Get up in the morning and roll. But they're saying 50 to 60 miles per hour wind is expected tomorrow, and extremely cold temperatures, possibly some snow with it. So
yeah, I've been watching the radar right now. It's just cold, man. Just cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you just finished phase 2 of the training at Hirschbach, so congratulations on
Oh,
that first. Um,
you
you were with us. You were with us for after you got done with phase 1. So now you're gonna go to get your truck. They tell you where you're gonna go pick up your truck yet?
yes. They informed me that it's gonna be in East Dubuque. So
Okay.
actually, um, they informed me that midway on my travel on the way to New Jersey, we got this load from California across the country to New Jersey, and midway to that, they called me that like I'm already eligible for the upgrade going solo. So yeah, we just proceeded all the way to New Jersey, and this weather uh, is coming. The storm. And what happened yesterday is like, and also this load that we got there a day early, so the receiver don't accept us. So it was like, man, I think I'm gonna stuck in the truck for the weekend. And you know what?
Right.
Shout out to my trainer. He really helped me to get pushed with this. Also, like when I talked to Jane, and Jane passed up to I forget the name, one of the in charge of Hirschbach for the upgrades, and we were talking
Okay.
the three of us like I was they understood the situation, and also my trainer explained to them that I have been with him all throughout this training because he didn't went for a home time. He's an OTR, so I've been like
Okay.
already, yeah, on the road. So he said,
Oh, so you basically did your full 4 weeks out. You just knock it out, got it done with.
yes, sir. Yeah, I did.
Oh, perfect. Because I'm on a dedicated account, so I go home every 2 weeks. So I normally tell my student you have the opportunity if you want to get a hotel room, the
Yeah.
company will pay for it. Or if you want to stay in the truck, I go home for the weekend, and then by the time I come back out, they knock out the next 2 weeks, and that's pretty much it. Takes about 4 weeks, but
Mhm.
because you were OTR
Yeah.
and you were doing so much driving, sounds like you got your 200 hours in about 3 weeks.
Yes, yeah. Barely got it on my fourth week, like a few days short before my fourth week hits on the exact day that I started. But but the before I started this one, I already knew that he was OTR, so I was open. I was kind of open with this, that doing this on the straight. Like I was also thinking, yeah, I can pretty much knock this out on a straight basis if the chances are.
Okay.
The only thing that, I'm a trainee. I can complain anything.
Right. I mean, you can't complain, but you still can be. I tell people, you still can be vocal. You
Mm-hmm.
still can communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you're in training, as what you just said. You think you're just a trainer, you're just a trainee, but you can speak up.
Oh yeah,
So what did you find like about the process? How many states you've been through that you've never been to before?
like um, I never thought that I could be in these places ever in my life. Like especially in this space, bro. Like being to see those views on New Mexico. But the sad part is like I'm driving. I can't like totally.
You can't stop and take pictures.
Out. But the fact that have a glimpse of it, an actual like that's the perks of being a truck driver. I'm now starting to realize that you can't have these views on an office setup or an factory
Yep,
laboratory,
yep.
and we get to see this day by day. So
Right, right, right. So which one of the states would you say was more the most beautiful scenery you've seen? You thought it was New Mexico or any other one of them?
hands down, New Mexico.
New Mexico. When you're coming into New Mexico, heading west, beautiful scenery. How about Flagstaff, Arizona?
Oh
I
yeah,
think down there is where they have like 6 miles, 6% grades going downhill. You're a new student. How was that for you?
yeah. But the good thing about it is like my trainers and my side the whole time I did this downgrade and just teaching me some of the stuff like the using the Jake brakes and all the stuff, and also yeah, I've also watched of your videos. Your videos really really like a handful like a ready
Yeah,
tool.
yeah.
Just need to go to
Right.
watch your videos. Yeah,
So you notice at the top of the hill that I always talk about, where they tell you slow down, check your brakes
exactly.
before you start to go downhill.
I've noticed some trucks actually just pass by
Yeah,
and
yeah.
didn't follow the sign that it just takes few seconds to
Yep.
check everything.
I think, I tell people all the time they have been going down those hills for probably years, so
Yeah.
they don't feel the need to. But I always say, especially in the earlier part of your career, it's better to stop, check your brakes,
Mhm.
and then you start to go down the hill slow already. So that's good.
That's good. Yeah. Um,
That's really good.
manage your speed when you're on the top. Then, yeah, your Jake brake is your best friend right there. You just have to, yeah. Going that downgrade is really nerve wracking for us new drivers, but just follow the
uh
rule of.
Did you go through any heavy weather or anything like that?
Yeah,
Snow?
actually, when we got there, when we're heading to California, there was like patches of snow all over. When like some town that we got passed over, there's some
Hmm.
snow. Get past that town, there's sun again. It's like crazy, like sun and snow all the way to Arizona. Yeah, And
Yep, you drive through rain, you drive through sun, snow, you
yeah,
name it, man. You name it. Raman said congratulations. Let me see. I got a comment here. Sean says cook jerk chicken pan the oxtail gravy. Hey, what's going on, Sean? That's a Jamaican guy, man. So the first week of training with the trainer, I think the trainer did a lot more talking. The second week, was it as much talking, or was it where he kind of like give you the opportunity to do your thing? And how was the whole training?
yeah, it went pretty smooth. Yeah, thank God. Nothing uneventful happened, so it just went smooth. I didn't
Yeah.
hit the important thing.
That's
And
good. That's good.
he was there all the time, like guiding me. Especially in the first week, he kind of like
Uh-huh.
they he first have drove all the way, I think, to Memphis, Indiana, and from that point
Okay.
I took the wheel all the way to Alabama. So from that point, he just kind of observed me on how I do things and have some inputs on, how to improve that stuff of what I'm doing. Uh, you know, some advice on what to do and what I did wrong. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and that pretty much. So,
What I got a question for you. What do you think was one of the hardest thing for you to remember in training? There are some things when I train a student I have to tell them all the time. One of them I'm gonna tell you was signal early. Because when you're in a car, you're so used to just put your signal on, step on it, vroom, go around. But
yeah.
with the truck and the trailer, you have to signal early. What was one of the things that you find that your trainer had to say to you, like one, two, maybe three times when you're like, ah,
Yeah. There's this scenario, especially in the city centers when you get by and those construction zones that you pass, especially if you go loop around the city with all these
okay,
cars. He just told me this happens several times because we've been to Chicago and Missouri, Kansas, all those city centers that with construction zones, narrow lanes,
mm-hmm,
everything on around you. And she just said, I know this is like nerve wracking, but you have to do this, especially if you're on your own. Like all of this stuff are going on at the same time. Watching the roads,
right,
looking left and right, looking at your lane, construction going,
uh-huh.
maintaining your speed. Man, that's new. It's
Ramen said his trainer always had to tell him to put himself in off-duty status.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I always forget that one. Also, like eating my clock.
Yep, yep. Do you notice when you're getting close to a vehicle, your truck goes beep, and that yellow thing pops on and tell you that you're following too closely? How did you deal with that? Were you coping good with that? You're following distance?
As much as I can, I really have to, just for safety's sake and for my safety also, and for everybody.
Uh-huh.
I really put that in mind. That's the one tool that us drivers is really come handy. Like just maintain your safe following distance. And yeah,
That
I
is good.
noticed this every time. This sensor thing on the truck that it can sense
Oh,
the car
on
is
your blind side, on the right hand side.
it just especially in your cruise,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it just activates that sudden stop and brake. Like yeah, it happens to me several times, but I kind of my trainer told me to override the system. Sometimes you can just press the brake manually. uh,
Right.
Even though the distance is just right, maybe so the system can like sense it is programmed that way that
Right.
is exiting, and it's like maybe um, applying some brakes, and the system just boom programmed to be like
Mm.
that. Automatically you can feel actually that it's like
The shaking. So dealing with the geo tab, like doing your pre-trip when you arrive at shipper, depart shipper. Arrive at you were on point with that. You did not have any problem with that.
Yeah, yeah. At first, the first
A
time you do,
little bit. Everybody.
yeah, it's like overwhelming with those information.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It can be like an overload, right? I
Yeah.
always try to use the first week to focus on like one thing, and then the second week I will put like two other thing that I try to like not on the first day just overload you with all this
uh,
information because you are learning a lot.
mhm.
You know,
You know,
um,
you can't
you're
learn.
learning how to sign up the trip sheet, how
Hmm.
to scan, send in these things, how to accept the load, arrive at shipper, depart shipper. Plus, you're learning how to back this truck, doing the backing maneuvers when you get to a shipper and receiver, where to look for your load number, your pickup number to go check in
Hmm.
at the shipper, right? Because you're going to be doing all that by yourself. So, do you feel confident now that you got this thing? You ready to go?
Actually, I have a piece of notebook that I have with me all the time on the front. That whatever he told me, like the steps on getting to the receiver, the ship, it came handy, especially if I'm alone already on my own. So
Uh
I
huh.
made sure that I jot down the notes, the sequence on how you do it, because you can't do it like the first time you told my trainer will tell me about something like I can already memorize that on the next time that I will do. So I try to write everything so that
Right. I did the same thing, and I tell students when you're learning a new job, there is so much information. It's okay to get a little book and
yeah,
write things down because that helps from your trainer having to tell you the same thing over and over and over.
yeah,
You
and
know, how
whatever.
to fuel. I mean, well, fueling, once you fuel on your own the first two or three times, you kind of know what to do with your com data card and your fuel card. You got a loves card, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I already got a labs card, so yeah. I yeah, doing the fueling and all those stuff like everything that a driver will do, basically
Right.
station the truck. So yeah, I pretty much made sure that I have those notes that I'm pretty sure will come handy when I go solo. Like from time to time,
Absolutely.
and have a glance on it, and if I did something out of order or whatever, like
Yeah, and listen, man, we're humans. Even when you're out here for 2 years, there is still something that you probably make a mistake or slip up on. But after your first 2 weeks by yourself, it's all gonna become like just
mhm.
second nature to you. You know, it's gonna become easier and easier and easier. I
Uh,
can tell you, on your first few loads, dispatch is gonna call you whenever you send in your loaded call, just to make sure you did everything right.
mhm,
They're gonna call you when you send in your empty call when you drop off your load,
mhm,
just to make sure you enter everything right.
mhm.
They're gonna babysit you a little bit until they see that you got it on your own. Um, but I have faith in you. I think you'll be a good driver, man.
All right.
You did the right thing. You got to write down the steps.
Mhm. Yeah,
You got to write down the steps.
yeah, exactly.
So,
These 4 weeks can't have this much. If you come to think of it, you can't learn everything in that span of time. It's so short, man. It's,
yeah,
it
it
really,
is. It is.
yeah. But it's a good thing that, and also sometimes when we're just doing nothing, and if something pops up on my mind that I need to clarify or ask or something, I made sure I wrote down what
Uh,
I asked
so
them.
now, in terms of sliding your tandems,
Uh-huh.
going to the weight station, scaling your loads,
Hmm.
how are you feeling comfortable with yourself about that? What, you good?
Yeah, yep. Basically, I pretty much know it, but not to that extent that I'm fully confident. But at least I know what's the basics on how to do it. Like just continue doing repetition
I
is
always say in the early part of your career, scale every load. Hirschbach will pay for it.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
and I already
until go ahead.
I already downloaded that app on the cat scale. So yeah,
Okay.
thinking like every load, just don't be complacent. Just go to the scales. It doesn't take that long. So
Sean drives for Prime Inc. He said, live load call at Prime, truck number, trailer number, what's the gauges on your trailer and your truck, stuff like that. I remember those days, Sean, driving for Prime Inc. Hirschback, they're gonna call you. They're gonna say, "Oh, I see you just sending your live load. What's the weight? What's the pieces? What's the seal number? What else they ask you?
um, Seal number, sometimes temperature.
The temperature. Yep. Oh, look at you. You got it. So you're out in the field, man.
Continuous or stop and on and stop.
Oh yeah. Is it on continuous or start stop? Yep. Absolutely. 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 Raman said I ran the truck for my last week of training. Did your trainer drive much, or he just allowed you to get your hours and just coach you from the passenger seat most of the time?
Most of the time, as I've said, on my first day, he just drove like 3 or 4 hours from Juliet to, I don't know, maybe 3 hours to some.
Okay.
And then from then on, I already did the driving since that day. So he was there and observing everything. And if he sees anything that I'm not doing right, he just correct me,
He'll tell you.
tell me what I did wrong and how to improve those things. And especially if you want to, pass over a vehicle, what's the right timing to do that?
Okay. Right space, right sight,
Yeah.
right speed,
Mm-hmm.
reduce risk, get ready, right response. That's the Hirschback Save 6. Right, Raman? You can see him in the chat. Man, I'm so happy for you. So, wasn't it just cool actually like watching videos on YouTube to taking the test, going to the orientation, doing the training, and before you know it, you're on the scale at the truck stop and the lady saying to you, hey, first way or re-weigh?
And just I keep on saying to myself, man, I'm just watching this on YouTube before, like, before, because before my wife petitioned me to come over here in the States, I already citing
This thing. And look at you.
that or what would be my career, detour when I set foot here in the States. So
That's good, man.
and this
That's
is
really good.
trucking is one of the most stable jobs you have out
It
there.
is. It is. It is. And I talked to you the last time. I told you, hey, try to keep your fitness goals.
Mhm.
Try to get some little things to have in your truck as well. Don't get complacent.
Mhm.
Don't because after a while when you get out of training and you get your own truck, it's easy to fall into some habits.
Oh,
Um, and you have to remind yourself. You know what I mean?
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you got to remind yourself.
Uh, just keeping healthy. 'Cause I,
Hmm.
the 1 month that I've been on the road, I already see some, patches that if I get to be like, just try, just let myself just indulge in these situations, like,
Yep. Yep.
eating
Yep. 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 You got to be careful. Got to be careful. It's very tricky. I got a question about the whole training. What was the longest time you spent at a shipper or a receiver to get loaded or unloaded?
oh,
How was that? Was that pretty smooth?
well, so far I can't really remember something that went that very long, but maybe the maximum is like 4 hours, I guess.
So about 4 hours. Okay, and
Because
that's not too
yeah,
bad.
the account, my trainer is like OTR, so we have like these distances of delivery from point A to point B, like sometimes 1,600 miles. So if you come to think of it, in a week we are just like uh, delivering a load like 2 or 3 times. So there's
For
not
the week.
uh, sometimes. So because of the distance that we get to, deliver. Uh,
So do you feel like you got enough opportunity to back up the truck and you got the whole concept of the backing now where going out there on your own, you're comfortable and confident?
Not that 100%, but as a new guy, but
Yeah,
uh,
I know how it goes.
but
The more you do it, the easier it will become. You know, it's like everything else in life.
yeah, that's what I'm trying.
Yeah.
But the concept of understanding on how the trailer moves, that's the foundation of for backing. Like,
So how is the wife and everybody happy to see you back home? You've been out for 4 weeks. What was the experience for the family with you being away?
well, at first, yeah, it's been being away, but thanks to the technology that after the shift, after the driving, we can have this chance to just doing some video stuff, video chat and all that stuff. But it's hard.
It's challenging. It's challenging. Yeah, that's one of the hardest part of the job, being away from family, and it's an adjustment for you. It's an adjustment for your wife not having you home. It's adjustment for everybody involved. You know. And
Exactly.
as you said, give thanks for video call and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure they are very happy to have you home, especially also for Christmas.
Actually, I made a surprise last night. I didn't see them coming. Uh, I drove from New Jersey like maybe around before 12 or 11:30 in the morning, all the way here back in Arlington Heights. Thanks to Hirschbach, they just provide
Uh-huh.
without saying anything, like providing me with a rental car to be able to beat the storm and be here on Christmas. So yeah, I
Oh,
was
they provided you with a rental car to get home as well.
exactly. I really didn't expect that it's possible because the way I understand that um, upgrading, like the trainer would send the trainer wherever the truck is located. But
Right.
no, certain
So now they don't tell your truck. Did they tell? Do they already have a truck for you?
yes, that's what is said to me. It was already
And it's at East Dubuque. It's in East Dubuque.
yeah, it's in its debut.
Oh, so what they're gonna probably do is give you another rental car when it's time to leave the house to
Ac-
go down there.
Actually, the rental car that they got me in New Jersey, they have
Uh
all
huh.
page until Tuesday that I'm gonna be using that rental car all the way to East Dubuque.
Only Hirschback, man. Only Hirschback.
Just when I received the email and see the details, I said, "Man, um,
That's crazy. Someone was asking if you're getting a 2020 International,
I have
um,
no idea yet what kind of truck they give me, but
but they tell you they got a truck
mm,
and it's there waiting.
yeah, I'm thinking like whatever they gave me is already an opportunity itself. Trusting me with that, whatever equipment they give me, just the chance to be able to finally have my own truck. That's a big thing.
Yes, you're just ready to go. Are you going to be teaming with another student for the 13 weeks, or you're going solo? What are you thinking?
I'm going solo, I guess.
Can't just wait to be in your truck by yourself, huh?
Yeah. And just
Well, you have my number. You are my good friend on YouTube here. Feel free to call me anytime if you have any questions at all. If you're in any situations, as long as I can help, I will always give my help.
really appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah, anytime. Hell yeah.
Yeah, since before I got my CDL, I already watch your videos and even use your referral. And now here I'm
Yeah.
getting
Hold
my
on. You used my referral. Oh, you didn't use my referral, right?
use your referral.
You did?
Yeah, I with the form from the recruiter that
Yeah.
I signed, I used your referral. I didn't use anything. I didn't know anybody in Hirschbach. So
Yeah. I need to talk to them about that and see how that goes. I haven't heard anything about that, but whether you use my referral or not, man, I'm the kind of person where I try to bring value to my YouTube channel. I try to help people as long as I see that you're trying and you mean good. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And you seem like a good person, so I just say, hey, here's my number. If you got, and Ramin has my number too.
Mhm.
Um, you know, you
Okay.
got any questions, man? Feel free to let me know, man, and enjoy your trucking career. Um,
Kairos,
spend time with your family. Enjoy the Christmas, huh?
yeah, very good. Kinda scary thought that you'll be on your own, but there's no other way to learn. But You have to stand
on
up.
your own. Yeah, I want to tell you, when I got off my trainer's truck at Prime Inc.
Mhm.
and I was out there by myself, I wasn't the greatest at backing this truck. I'm not afraid to say that. We all started from somewhere.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the word.
but I think somewhere about a month, after about a month on my own,
Mhm.
I could I could be confident enough to go to a small truck stop and
Mhm.
see two trucks and be like, okay, I can back in between that confidently, even if there's not a ton of room in front of me.
Mhm.
It takes a little bit. When you get to the shippers and receivers, and just go slow. Slow is the key.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a
You
race.
can always, you already know the basic concept on what to do.
Yeah.
The timing of the trailer, it's gonna come to you. You
Mhm.
know, just go slow.
Yeah.
Out here, you don't have two pull-ups or two get out and look. You have 1,000.
Yeah. And even-
So use your get out and looks. Use your pull-ups. A lot of time when we're young in our trucking career and we're backing at a shipper or receiver or even the truck stop,
Mhm.
it's easy to feel a little bit nervous. Everybody looking at you, and you see everybody just coming there, boom, 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 and they're back in there. But you will get there. Block them out, block out everybody,
Yeah.
stick to your guns. Let me read a few comments here. Ramin said, "You treat us like family, and I love it." Hey, respect,
Exactly, bro.
respect, Ramin, man. I appreciate you guys. This channel is as much as it is for you guys. It's the same for me, because you guys are like family to me.
Like, you build
Uh,
community this here, bro. Like
organic. I didn't buy channel views or buy subscribers. I built my channel organically. Man, I remember when I had my first like 50 views or even 50 subscribers. I was as crazy as I am now every time I get one new subscriber, Um,
you
and
help.
it's all about being good to people. I got a comment here. Dwayne Edmonds, I'm about to join too, bro. Can't wait to meet you. You good peoples from the yard. Yeah. Good luck, man. As long as you get the. This was Arthur here. He can tell you. You fill out the form. You call the recruiter. They send you the application. You fill it out. You send it back to them.
Mhm.
Before you know it, you're on a plane or you're in your rental car or
You know,
however you can get there.
my journey, man. Before I got my CDL, I even message you that hey, I'm in hotel right now.
I
Starting.
remember.
Ah, man, just if I remember, like here I am.
I was talking to a guy from I think it's from Trinidad the other day. He was watching my videos and I gave him my number and I was talking to him on the phone. I
Uh-huh.
went to East Dubuque and he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Whoa, you're here." You know what I mean? It was like, "What's going on?" And
Yeah.
that's how I am. Yeah, I was just talking to him one day. The next day, he applied, and the next thing you know, I ran into him at East Dubuque. I'm like, man, Hirschback will get you there, Dwayne.
Yeah. Exactly.
Rahman said, slow wins the race. Yeah, when you're backing out here, take it slow.
Mhm.
If you're not sure, get out and look. If you got to use a pull up, use your pull up. Now, one of the things that you have to look out for right now is with the snow, your tires,
Mhm.
what do you call it now? It kind of spins out if you're trying to move and stuff like that. So you have to know how to ease and how to use the traction.
Mm,
Because if you don't mind sharp, sometimes you go somewhere to drop off a load and you park on snow.
mhm,
When they're finished unloading your truck and you're trying to move off,
mhm.
you're gassing and the wheel is just spinning, but the truck isn't moving. It's
No talk.
spinning out.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what you have to do is nice and slow, and once you get a little traction, you let the truck use its momentum.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's happened. I remember because it's happening to a driver in front of me right now. He's trying to back into a. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to back into a spot,
Uh-huh.
and that can help to offset your backing too, mess you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tricky, man.
So
Very tricky.
slow is the key, you know.
Dwayne Edmond said it's already done. Ramin said yes, yes, yes. Also, do you normally set your trailer brakes when you park or
No,
just the truck brake?
just the tractor brakes. Yeah, especially now. Yeah, that's what my trainer also told me the first time I got into the truck. But he just
Yeah, you want to set this time of the year, you're going to set your truck brake. Don't
Mhm.
set the trailer brakes because your airlines can freeze because it's so cold.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So,
so cold.
so let's
But
say
go ahead.
I haven't asked this actually to my trainer, but luckily you are here.
Yeah.
So the other times of the year, you still normally pop your trailer brakes, right?
Me? No, because I have a system and I just work with it. But I always tell students, I rather you set both brakes
Mhm.
than forget to set any of them at all. Because that's when you get out the truck and you look and the truck is running down the road behind you, or
Now, you don't.
that can cause something fatal on a more serious note.
Yeah.
So I always, whether it's the summertime or the wintertime, I leave my red knob right here in, and
Hmm.
I pull the yellow one. But what I notice, it depends on the trailer that I get. Sometimes it will get so cold
Hmm.
when I shut down for a 10-hour break and I get up, the red knob pops out and all my air leaks out. I don't know.
Hmm.
Um,
That's some sort of mechanical issue, or uh, uh,
I don't know, but once I start my truck, I build my ear up and I push it in.
mhm.
I always wonder if it's gonna make my damn brake freeze. This past week it was like -10. I drove and snow got in between my brake drums on my truck, and
Uh-huh.
I park overnight. When I wake up in the morning, did my pre-trip, all that good stuff. Went to get a cup of coffee, come back in the truck, and I start to like do my brake thing, trying to move. The truck
Uh-huh.
would never move. It's a good thing I had a hammer.
Uh-huh.
I go under the truck right by the brake drum where I see the ice frozen between the brake drums,
Hmm.
and I just knock on it for a little bit, and it released and I was able to move. So
Oh.
you want to make sure you have a hammer in your truck. Did you watch the video that I posted about some essential stuff to have in your truck during the winter time?
Talking about that because I am having my checklist right now, so I remember. So
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, Ramen said he's going to sleep for a few. Yep. You got a 6 a.m. load. All right. Yep. Get ready. Part of get ready is getting enough sleep the night before. It's not only doing your pre-trip.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, during the winter time for your checklist, you want to have diesel anti-gel,
Hmm.
right? I go watch the video. I'm not gonna say it all on here, but um, make sure you have a nice thick blanket.
Hmm.
Because when it's like -10, -15 degrees, when you have the APU running,
Hmm.
it's still kind of cold in the truck, and you want to be comfortable. Did you have trouble sleeping in the truck during training?
In the first couple of days, like adjusting to the setup, but after that, I kind of get used to uh, that kind of sleeping, and with all that sound, it's like
the
you can
reefer, the
hear it.
reefer all night.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah, yeah. This time of the year, you want to have a thick blanket. You want to have a thick pair of gloves to walk in, and you
hmm
want to have a thick pair of gloves to work in. So you want to have a different gloves for when you're fueling up your truck,
hmm
and a different gloves to walk in. Let's say you're moving from here to the truck stop or whatever. You don't want to go in with your work gloves, but you want to keep your fingers warm and protected.
yeah.
You want to keep your head warm. You need something over your head. This guy is still not in that spot yet. He's making it hard for himself. And you want to keep your feet warm. Thick socks. You want to get some snow boots.
Hmm.
Make sure you have an extra pair of windshield wiper blades.
Hmm.
This is the time of the year when the windshield wiper blades will just go on you in the middle of snow. And if you're not close to a truck stop,
Mhm.
now you have to wait till you get to a truck stop to get windshield wiper blades when it's good to have an extra pair in the back. So when you go to Hirschbach, when you're gonna pick up your truck in East Dubuque, make sure before you leave, they give you diesel anti-gel,
Mhm.
windshield wiper fluid, because you're gonna be using that a lot.
Mhm.
Extra windshield wiper blades.
Mhm.
Um, man, just get all you can right there and then. And when you get your truck too, there's a little book like this
Uh-huh.
in the door.
Mhm.
You're gonna take it and you're gonna check all your permits.
Oh yeah.
Check your license, make sure your insurance is up to date, make
Mhm.
sure you have your there's all different kind of permits in here. Nebraska permit,
Mhm.
New York permit, there's New Mexico,
Mhm.
Nebraska, because some of these states, when you get to some of these states, they'll ask you for your permit book. I don't
Oh,
know if it ever happened to you while you were in training.
I just saw that here with you, but thank you for that. Like I
Yep.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure your permit book is up to date before you leave the yard.
Mm.
There sometimes they have a on the app. There is also in the Hirschbach app. You
Mhm.
can look at your permits and you could show it to the officers. Some of them are nice enough to be like,
Mhm.
okay, you could show me on the phone, but you want to make sure that your book is up to date.
It's a hard copy. Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
Um, you know.
Well,
So moving on the truck, like it's like also like same thing as like moving in a new apartment. Like you know,
yep,
the
yep.
whole
You
stuff.
wanna, you got
Yeah.
your compartments here for your snacks. Make sure you set up your fridge.
Mhm.
I normally just share the Wi-Fi from my phone, so I got the smart TV, and that's how I get internet. I don't take their internet and stuff like that, but
But you can actually ask for a internet
yeah,
install.
they have the Wi-Fi. They have the Wi-Fi too. The truck has built-in Wi-Fi. You
Mhm.
just have to pay for it on a monthly basis. I'm watching this guy try to back up his truck, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, there's an empty space right next to me,
Mhm.
and there's an empty space opposite of me.
Mhm.
And he has been fighting for about 10, 15 minutes to try to get in between two trailers at night. That's like common sense. After you done driving all day and you're tired, is that the time when you want to challenge yourself?
No, just
Take
try
the easy way out.
try to make your life easier. The everything.
Early in the morning, you just got a fresh, you wake up, you have some coffee, if you drink coffee or whatever, and you're like, hey, I want to challenge myself. Fine, that's okay. But now it's 10 o'clock at night, you're driving all day, it's snow, it's dark, and you got an easy option over there where he could have just come right here and do a straight line back.
Mhm.
No, he tries to fight in between two trailers.
He
My
wants
goodness.
he wants to hone his skills, maybe.
It's just common sense, man. And you're gonna see too a lot of times when you get to the shippers and receivers and
Uh,
they give you a door to go back into. You
uh,
don't even have to set up for a 45 or a 90. There's a lot of space in front of you.
yeah, exactly. You can just do like straight.
If you have the space in front of you,
Use it.
go forward, get straight,
Hmm.
open your doors, and do a straight line back.
Okay.
I mean, there are gonna be times when you want to test yourself, because you want to sharpen your skills and stuff. But
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna keep you too long. We're about 50 minutes in. Thank you so much, Arthur. Congratulations again. Say hi to the wife and the family.
Yeah.
Man, eat a lot of food, laughter, have a lot of fun,
Yeah.
because before you know it, you'll be back out there in that truck.
Can't stress this enough. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for.
Hey, anytime, man. Stay a friend of the channel. Always check in, drop a comment. The interaction help us out over here. Stay safe, my brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Stay safe out
Respect, respect.
there.
Easy. Yep, that was Arthur. Man, I'm so happy when I see my fellow drivers go through training, get their own truck. Ah, never get tired. Never get tired to see people win. I like to see people winning, and that's what we're all about over here. Um, Not gonna keep this live stream going too late or too long tonight, but thank you everyone for joining me. That was Arthur. This is Critty. As I always say, I hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. Y'all have a good night. I'm signing off on the night train. Um, Thank you all for joining me. I will see you soon. Peace.